Hi, welcome to Coach Basics. I'm so excited that you decided to join us for the next 60 days as a group. I wanted to make a quick video to sort of explain to you what you've gotten yourself into, give you a little bit of an idea of what the expectations are going to be on you, how you might want to manage, planning your schedule, and a little bit of what the topics are going to be. And then you can decide if this is for sure something that you want to be part of, based on, now you know what you got yourself into. So first thing I want to let you guys know is there's going to be daily participation in this group. So the things that you'll be required to do daily are post your post-workout picture on Facebook. That can be a picture of your actual, like, I'm sweating, look, I worked out. It can be a picture of, your screen and your equipment, or it can be, here's the disc I did, smiling next to it or whatever. And you probably want to change that up so it's not always exactly the same. Probably want to do all of those things. People, of course, faces are going to be the best thing that are going to get the most attention, so I would start there. And so that'll be expected, of course, 5 days a week, because that's the least that we would want to be working out on any of the programs. Then your other daily task will be to post about your Shakeology. I'm going to ask you to not be salesy, not put up a link to your Shakeology, not talk about that you sell it, just simply post that you're drinking it. And it can be a fun picture of your Shakeology. A lot of times you'll see like the Shakeology bag and like here's my almond milk and my fruit or whatever right before it gets blended, or a picture of the finished product, picture of you drinking it, a picture of your shaker, if you're on the go and you're in the car, do a little before you start driving. Take a picture like, hey, look, look at me, I'm drinking my Shakeology. It could be a Shakeology recipe, simply like checking in and saying like, try a new great Shakeology recipe. But you're gonna do that every single day during the next 60 days. I would recommend that you spread those posts out a couple of hours if you can. So maybe you need to save the picture on your phone instead of posting it right away. So maybe you drink your Shakeology right away after your workout. Just so that you've got other things going on Facebook in between. We'll talk a lot in this group about how to present yourself and how to share your life on Facebook without being a salesperson. So just don't make your whole Facebook, just that. Those two things will be daily. Obviously, there'll be a few days off on the workouts. You will have a daily check-in requirement on the page. There will be 2 places that you need to check in at the most in a day. So the format that you'll have in the group will simply be in the morning. I believe at 6 a.m. is going to be our posting time for this group. You will have a post that's going to require some sort of interaction. For instance, the first day of the group, for every group that we do, you'll be making an introduction video. Now I'm going to ask you to be very detail oriented when you are reading instructions for these. We don't want just chaos. So I will be very clear with you as to what your steps are to complete your assignment. I ask that you follow them. For instance, if on day 1, everyone has to make their intro video, which I'll explain on day 1, you will actually be pasting the link to that video in the comments underneath my post that actually has the instructions. That way, when your leaders come in to look through and see who's done their work, they just look all the way down the list. Oh, look, this person's all done. And the people who need to watch the videos can watch them in an easy manner. So if you can imagine the chaos that would happen if people didn't listen to that and just start posting it on the wall anywhere they wanted. They didn't upload it to YouTube, they uploaded it to Facebook, and it was just a disaster. So I'm going to ask you to read my directions very, very carefully every day. So you'll have one small assignment that shouldn't take you more than 10 or 15 minutes a day. That'll happen every morning. You'll have 24 hours to do that assignment. Then right around lunchtime, you'll have an FYI post, probably every other day or so. Those FYI posts will simply be, hey, did you know? Did you know that there's a form in your back office to change your Shakeology flavor? Maybe you didn't know that. Things of that nature. Just so that we can share as leaders some of the things that we've come across that as new coaches you just don't know yet. There won't be anything required on that. Probably good to just click like if you read it or if you watch it, just so we have an idea of who's interacting. But no, we're not taking roll on that post. And then in the evening, hopefully every weekday, possibly if we have a lot of content that week, we can include the weekends, you'll have a quick video to watch. And that video will be made by one of the leaders in the group, one of the other leaders on our team, or something from Beachbody Corporate or another major leader in the company. For instance, I'm going to share with you something that Hillary Kelly did, and she was in the top 10 for I think 3 years straight, 4 years straight. Her thoughts on social media. It's a 15-minute video, right? And we're just going to ask that you comment with something below the video. And I'll tell you what that is. I might say, tell us what your biggest takeaway is. Tell us this is going to help your business, whatever. So those are the 2 posts each day, the morning and the evening posts, that will actually be counted toward your attendance. You do have 24 hours from the time they're posted to complete that assignment. We will go ahead and keep track of all of the check-ins as far as your workout check-ins, your Shakeology check-ins, and your roll calls each day. And then we will just mark a little X that you participated that day. Now, I do have to tell you guys that I understand that life happens, so you'll have a little bit of wiggle room here. However, if at any point if you miss 3, that's the end for you. We would have to take you out of the group at that point. So what I'm going to, not 3 total, to be clear. I'm going to say for now, if you miss 3 consecutive, I'm going to put a small little caveat in there though. If it's like I missed 3, I did 1, I missed 3, I did 1, we will be having a conversation that you probably don't want to have. So I'm going to say no more than 3 in a row. And then I'm going to say no more than 1 for a week total. That will be your attendance wiggle room that, won't count against you. So that's how we're going to make sure that everyone's on track. That should give you enough room to where if life happens, you can take a step back and that's fine. But it also won't let you get so behind that there's no way that you can get caught up. And again, these tasks should not take you, even if you did both tasks and they're both longer, it shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes in a day. We're keeping it simple, to the point, easy to do. So you're going to look for that post every day, and you're just going to check in with your thoughts, and you're going to do your little assignment. Most of the videos can be watched from pretty much anything, a phone, whatever. If they can't, then you're going to need to pop on a computer. We will try to limit the amount of things that you have to do from a computer. So if it's something like, you have to edit this document, we'll keep that to a minimum for you guys, because I know that some people actually have to go to the library to get on a computer, and they are running their entire business from their phone. So at some point, obviously, you'll need to invest in that for yourself because you are running the company. But until then, I understand you're new, and that's where we're at. So that is going to be as far as your daily requirements. Now, there's going to be a weekly requirement, which is your video chat. Now, in the past, we've excused people who couldn't make it to a call because we only had 1 per week. And we have to be reasonable, right? People have work and school and children and all this. So to eliminate that issue, we actually have multiple video chats available in each group. So when you look at the document, which is, I believe, step 8 or something on your getting started right, one of the items is to sign up for a call. So you will simply look at the date and time that works best for you and list your name and email address there. And that is going to be your group for your little subgroup for the duration. The leader of that video chat is going to be the one taking your attendance. They would be the one that you would reach out to if you get behind or you're confused, something like that. For the most part, we'll have you asking questions directly on the wall so that you get a faster and more thorough response. But if something happened and it was private, you didn't want to share that, you would go ahead and just put that, let the person who's leading you know. And that person will let you know how they want to be contacted, because they will let you know when you do your chat. We have mornings, we have evenings, we've covered West Coast, we've covered East Coast, we even have a weekend for the most part. So that should be standard in all the groups, and you should find a place that works for you. You will be noted if you are missing from that chat, and that counts as a non-participation for that day. So please make sure you take care of any I can't be there emergencies with that person in advance so that you're not a no-show. Because that's not going to work, right? We do need your full participation for everyone to get everything out of this group, you and the group included. So we need you guys to be where you say you're going to be and do what you say you're going to do. So that's what you guys can expect going forward. We're going to learn a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about how not to throw up information on people, how to share your passion and excitement in a way that doesn't have you sounding like a used car salesman. We're going to talk a lot about how to identify what program is right for what person. We're going to get into some needs identification. We're going to teach you all about challenge groups. What are they? Should you start one? Should you start one with someone else? Should you do a free one? Should it be 5 days? Should it be 60 days? What should you do? And we're going to talk a lot about that. We're going to do some time management stuff, both for the extremely busy crew and the people who are maybe more stay at home and they have a lot more flexibility in their schedule but still need to learn how to focus. So we'll talk about that. We are going to cover a lot of stuff about your personal vision and some things that you want to work on. We're going to teach you how to make Facebook pages, how to run Facebook pages. I'm going to ask that you do not make a Facebook page if you don't already have one until we get there. There's a lot of things that can go wrong that we can't fix until, if it's already launched, it's done, right? But if you can avoid it, let's try to start it right. We're going to learn how to recruit coaches. We're going to learn how to build a team. We are going to learn how to do everything you can think of. This group is a mastermind of my original new coach training, my personal one-on-one mentorship, and the Beachbody corporate system that I got to test with a bunch of other top coaches. So you're going to be the most well-educated coaches in the network by the time these 60 days are over. I have no doubt about that. I don't think there's anything else I want to tell you. I'm make a list. It's pretty much my standard go-to. So I think I will just let you guys go at that point. Just wanted to let you know what was going to be happening and like kind of what you can expect on a daily basis. I would recommend reaching out, friending your leaders of your video hangout. What do we call it? Video chat. There's a Zoom video chat is a service we'll be using. They do have an app. You can look for that. It's just Zoom video conferencing. It's just zoom.us if you're on the website. Or it's got a Droid app and an Apple app. So you guys, it'll work on any of your devices and of course then on your computer. And that's it. I'm gonna let you go then. That's pretty much it. So I'm really, really excited that you guys have taken to sleep with us. Please note that there will be a few growing pains. I'm sure the old training group we have been doing for a year and a half, every 3 weeks. We were very good at it, and even then we weren't all that great at it occasionally, right? We'd forget to post something, things like that. So bear with us. We do have an incredible leadership team put together for you. It's going to be a wonderful 60 days. You've got your diamonds and star diamonds leading the way. They know what works. They're already blazed the path for you, and now they're giving back to educate you and motivate you and just keep you accountable through your business. So I'm really, really excited to have you guys for the next 2 months. I appreciate that you are taking the time to invest in yourself, in your future, in your families, and everything else that being a Beachbody coach allows you to invest in. So have an awesome night. Look forward to a great 60 days with you.